Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited about holiday season, and especially with all the decorations that are going on around the city and all the commercials, all the campaigns, everything is about Christmas. And what do we girls need? A very festive makeup. So this is what video is gonna be about. Let's get into it. I'm gonna be starting with my L'Oreal True Match foundation. Still one of the best ones that I've tried in my life. I cannot get over it, so I'm gonna be using it, and I feel that it has a very full coverage. It does not feel very thick, and it's just perfect for partying all night long, for going out. Makes your skin look flawless but not very cakey, and it looks great in photos. So this is exactly what you need for your Christmas party. Buffing that into my skin. Now moving on to the concealer, I'm gonna be using L'Oreal True Match into Vanilla, and I'm gonna add it underneath my eyes to cancel out all the dark spots, especially in the inner corner as well. And also I have some red spots like from I'm guilty of popping. I'm gonna use my finger to blend it all out. By the way guys, how do you like my hair more? When it's straight or when it's like this in curl? Sometimes I really love to go with curls. It gives me like this extra festive feeling, if you know what I mean. Leave your comment, I would like to hear that. Okay. I'm gonna set under eye concealer with the Isidore Loose Powder in 01 Velvet Transparent. Here is nothing new. This is my go-to with the Real Techniques setting brush. My all-time favorite powder for under my eyes. We do need that step to prevent our concealer from creasing, just because this is pretty much translucent. It does not give any unnecessary coverage. It just sets our concealer in place. And since I applied some concealer on my eyelids, I'm setting that area as well. Now for the rest of my face, I'm gonna be using Sephora Pressed Powder in 25 Beige. I've been loving this powder. It gives a tiny little bit of coverage, and I really like its shade with this slightly yellow undertone, which is perfect. I hate powders with pink undertone. I don't think they complement my skin very nicely. I always put some extra layer of powder on my cheeks because this is where I'm putting my blush and this is where I'm putting my contour, and that's why I want this area to be very perfect. If you don't have a perfect base, most probably the contouring, or if you want to bronze up your skin, add some bronzer, it's just gonna look very muddy. So I suggest putting some extra attention to your cheeks, making sure it's all flawless and smooth. On to contouring. Benefits Hoola Bronzer. What's new? This is my all-time favorite contouring powder. The shade is amazing. To be honest guys, I don't even have another contouring powder. Like, I do have bronzers, but I usually don't use it. Sometimes I use bronzer like in the summer, like on my décolletage, or just to complete the look on my shoulders. Not on my face though. I'm adding some around the perimeter of my face as well. And I really love bringing my contour down under my cheekbones like that, and then slightly down. Makes your cheekbones stand out. Now as for blush, I'm gonna use something bright just to make the blush stand out. We're not gonna have anything heavy on our eyes. We can be very bold when it comes to blushes. And I want to use this one right here. This is the e.l.f. blush palette in dark. I'm gonna be going with this one. Actually, it looks much brighter in person. Tap of the excess. And slowly, not pressing too much, adding it on our cheeks. I would always go up my temples. It makes the look so much more natural and put together. And bringing down to my apples. Whoa, I love this color. I really like this blush. I was actually trying to avoid using it because I felt like it was too bright, but it's very buildable if you're light-handed with it. It's such a nice color. My face always looks so weird when I smile and do my blush. Okay, now on to highlight, and I really feel like going with something like a rose gold. I have this beautiful eyeshadow by Catrice. I'm really tempted to use it as a highlighter. Let's try it out. What can we do? If you want it, you do it. Whoa, that is so pretty. I actually didn't want to use like a gold champagne based highlighter for this look because I want it to be more cool toned. I didn't want it to be very warm. And this is such a beautiful shade. Down the bridge of my nose, in the center, on my cupid's bow, above the arch of our brow. I'm gonna fill in my eyebrows real quick and be right back. Okay, now let's move on to our eyes, and I'm gonna start by using white eyeshadow. This one is from the palette Coffee Shop from CoverGirl. This one right here, but any pigmented white eyeshadow will do. So it does not have to be shimmery though, like you don't want glitter everywhere. So here we're creating our base and just putting it all the way from the crease, from the lid up to the brow bone, all the way. This step is necessary because whatever we're gonna be putting on top is gonna be much more pigmented along our lower lash line as well. I love how I'm rocking my eye bags or whatever they're called when I look down. It's just, I mean, see, it's fine, like, you know, nothing isn't there, but whenever I look down, there's some baggies. You don't have to be very precise. You can go with this as sloppy as you want. Now I'm gonna create some definition in our crease. This is MAC NC6 palette. I'm going with this color right here. It has a little bit of shimmer, very pigmented maroon shade. But it also has some silver specks in it. And I'm concentrating it in my crease only. And blending it a little bit with the e.l.f. concealer brush to make it look even more subtle because we just added a little bit of dimension to our crease. Okay, now to add a little bit more definition in the outer V, I'm going with this color right here, which is like a very grayish silver tone. It's not very shimmery, that's exactly what we need. And concentrating it only on our outer V section. Next, I'm going with the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow. I don't see any color here. The tag must have been ripped off, but I'm pretty sure it's 003. This is this beautiful champagne shimmery eyeshadow, and I'm using my middle finger. so funny, middle finger. Okay, and patting it over our mobile eyelid. Everywhere to add some beautiful sparkle. You see how pigmented it is and how shimmery? And this is a very good example why I used white eyeshadow as a base, because this is how you get other colors pigmented. In our lash line, I'm gonna be using Mary Kay's liquid eyeliner pen, and I'm gonna be going not very dramatic, but all along the lash line basically. Make it as thin as possible. It's gonna look very, very natural because we're not winging it out. We're just adding some definition. I also love to use some dotting technique, which is basically putting some dots in between your eyelashes. That is pretty much like you have nothing. I mean, extra. That is pretty much your natural volume, you know what I mean? Moving on to our lower lash line. I'm very excited because we're going to be adding some color. This is Glittering Star eyeliner, and I chose the one in green. Let me just swatch it for you so you see how glittery it is. Do you see? And we're going to be adding it all along our lower lash line. You can also go with the liquid eyeliner. They come in many various colors, but I just find that this one gives me more color than glitter, but glitter is also visible, which is great. Now to open up our eyes, I'm gonna be using white eyeliner. This is L'Oreal in 020. It's 120 Immaculate Snow. This is my favorite one by now. Very pigmented, generously on our waterline. I hope it doesn't look disgusting in the camera. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to our Catrice eyeshadow that we used as our highlighter. I'm gonna add a lot of it in my inner corner. Now, honestly, I was gonna use some falsies for this look to make it more dramatic, more festive, but I ordered a whole bunch of false eyelashes and they're still not here. Let's just roll with what we have. And I'm just gonna use mascara that I always have my bag. Essence I Love Extreme Crazy Volume Mascara. I love it. It works very fast. It doesn't require 10,000 of coats. I can rely on this in these situations. Okay, let's coat our eyelashes heavily. Now what a better occasion to rock some classic red lips than some New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve. Of course I will be going with red lip. For this look I'm using Catrice lipstick in 310 Red My Lips. I'm gonna red my lips right now. And there we have our finished look. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please like if you did and subscribe for more videos. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Love you. Bye.